Buddy.
Welcome, everybody, to a new D&D campaign. It is D&D A.A.N.E, as you can see there. What does A.A.N.E stand for? You'll find out eventually, or maybe not. We'll find out.
No, never.
But, yeah, probably not.
Because I'm never going to learn how to spell it.
Yeah, so eventually it is just going to be called D&D Chris Game, or like D&D the other one.
Or yeah,
D&D
I'll change it
thing.
to something that I like I do with Dan's campaigns, is calling it Pillars of Creation instead of whatever the fuck he decided to call it.
Saris. Bastard.
So, before we begin the game, would the players like to introduce themselves?
Sure, I can start. I am Mr. Crow, the one and only. I'm going to be playing Hope Nightingale, a half-elf ranger.
How old is Hope?
She's 22 years old. She likes long walks on the beach. She's
years-
very fond of
5 years
treasures.
ago. 5 years ago, how old would she have been?
Don't ask me that. 17.
There you go.
Old joke still alive.
The best part is
took
it
a
happened,
minute.
it happened so perfectly yesterday when he was like, "What time is it?" I'm like, "It's about 10 o'clock here." He's like, "Oh, okay, so it's like 3 o'clock here. That means it'll be 7 hours from now." I'm like, still suck at math.
I know, I read that. I was just like, what? If we
All
had
right.
a 10 time system, yes, dude.
I'm gonna be so happy when I just keep throwing bonuses to your attack and damage rolls.
Joy.
So, who's next? How about Waylon?
Okay, I'm Waylon, Mr. Glee, and I'm going to be playing Cog, a tinkerer gnome artificer.
What about it?
I make people's weapons get better and do more
Now-
damage.
What kind of animal does he talk to? Does he talk to fish?
He does not talk to animals. He has an obsession with taking things apart.
Oh,
Panic.
that's a bad.
Will that include our character
Yes.
that Dan is playing?
Yes, it will.
I hate you already.
So dancer.
Brilliant.
Segue to Dan.
Alright, I'm Dan. I will be playing Meldir. More commonly known as Uncle Al.
Without looking at the screen, how do you spell it?
Alyameldir.
Bullshit, he was looking at the screen.
No, not at all looking at the screen.
He
Bullshit.
said
Yeah,
AY.
written down.
He screwed up
Prep for
at
this
first.
question.
He said AY.
I
was that,
corrected myself immediately. That doesn't count.
So what is Al?
Al is a warforged currently. He was born in Eladrin, but made a pact with a otherworldly creature when he neared the end of his life, and now inhabits the body of a warforged.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Are you fucking... Okay, hold on. I know... Never mind. I'll let you guys get through this, and then I'll harp at something here. Because I'm recognizing a fucking pattern with Dan, and I want to call him on it.
Call him on it right now, then, before you forget.
Okay, last character he played was a guy named Adrian, and he was a monk.
Uh-huh.
Adrian Monk from the show Monk, okay? Obvious. Now this time, he's playing a guy that he's telling us to call Al, who's a guy stuck in the body of basically a suit of fucking armor.
Any resemblance to characters, past or present, fictional or
From
non-fictional?
Full Metal Alchemist is just a coincidence that you're doing this.
I
Entirely.
did not even fucking notice.
You are the most unoriginal pile of shit I've ever seen.
You plagiarist, you.
Hey, the great plagiarize.
I don't think that's a quote.
No, it is. It's
Not in any way.
the
It is a quote. I just made it up.
good writers borrow, great writers steal.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You
Okay.
say so.
Oh my god.
Okay, Garrett. Now go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I'll go next. Then I am Thrax, the Dragonborn Paladin, the one that looks apparently pissed off according to the chat room, and according to the Skype call, does not.
You have to poo. Or no, wait. You're in the action of pooing.
I just think every time I see your, like, I don't even look at your token. I see your name, and I just want to make up a metal intro for it. Like, Destroyer, Paladin Destroyer. That's really all I mean, your character is gonna get like metal armor, like with skulls that just like drip fucking lava out of it, just because I want to.
He should get the screen plate mail armor.
No, because I know that does too much cool shit. So I'm gonna give you
Screaming
a
plate?
flavor.
No, it doesn't. Gives combat advantage and gives a bonus to intimidate checks. That's all.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Or
reflavor
intimidate.
it. I'm gonna reflavor it that you have skulls that drip lava out of their faces. It's gonna be like a WoW suit of armor. It's just gonna be ridiculous. It's only gonna be in the shoulder pads.
Yeah, it's all shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I am not in this campaign.
No, you aren't.
No,
We have one more player.
I am not in this campaign. Scott?
Yeah, I just want to mention to Garrett, Scooby was first.
Yeah, yep, I see that. King Doom.
My character is A.A.N E. He is a Dragon Mage Warlock multi-classed into an assassin. He's a little insane.
A little bit insane. How insane should I expect this character to be?
Coming from me, absolutely nothing.
Not
Such a high opinion of himself already.
not to point something out
Nothing
here,
else.
but that's a female Dragonborn token.
Well,
You're
It
a
totally
chick.
is.
Yeah.
An incredibly feminine male.
that was the first one I found that actually looked halfway decent, so I guess I'll change it later.
You might want to change your name.
Or you could just be a female dragonborn.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just change your name.
You could be girl buddies with Hope.
Can do each other's
And he can
hair,
scissors. You can
talk
scissor
about
and stuff.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have sex.
Scissor against scales. I don't think that would feel very well.
It's ribbed for her pleasure.
Depends on where the scales are located.
Maybe she likes it rough.
My luck roll.
Yeah, luck rolls.
Bad luck rolls right off the bat.
Wait, you rolled for me.
Oh, good.
Well, you're
God.
phone Thrax. It's gonna be a very short adventure for Thrax.
But
There
we
we
don't
go.
know yet if being on the low end is good or bad in this campaign.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that is true. Someone on roll? Cog? Don't think you can get away from this.
I'm sorry, give me a second. Gotta type things in because I don't use fancy macros.
You should. Everyone else uses them.
There.
Peer
11.
pressure.
Yeah, and while you're at it, you start smoking pot. Everyone does that too.
Oh,
And heroin. Start
No.
mainstreaming heroin. All the cool people do it.
Waylon loves this pot, though. How else would he come with his crazy ideas? Nah, that's mushrooms. Never
I
mind.
can't imagine Waylon on any sort of drug. I can't imagine. Waylon-
Well, to me, it's like he's like a little kid. No matter like how old are you, Waylon?
20. Hang on, I know this.
I gotta think about this. Hang on, guys.
You're
And we
20.
were
Possibly
criticizing
23.
Crow for his math.
Possibly 23.
I'm gonna go with
I
23.
don't keep track of my birthday
I don't keep track of mine either.
or my
That's
age.
'cause you're about to
None
be
of that
30, so
matters.
Yeah, I'm about to
I'm
be
older
30.
than 21.
Okay.
I don't know. I always like see as it's like this really uppity 17-year-old kid.
That's basically what I am.
Every day is a new adventure for Waylon.
Quite. So this game, D&D A.A.N.E, is starting off in the city called Venica, which if you zoom out just a slight bit, Randy.
I'm already doing it.
There
Don't
you
tell me
go.
what to do with my fucking stream, asshole.
All right, fine. Fuck me then. Holy shit. All right, fine. So Venica is a big port city on the harbor. It is basically considered the hub of trade and goods among this giant continent. It's under the control of the kingdom of Salva, which is up to the north, west a little bit. I always have to do the never eat soggy waffles thing to remember west and east.
You idiot.
But Venica is essentially the go-to place for anybody who's looking for information, looking for an adventure, looking for people to work with. It's essentially a great place where money can get you pretty much anything you want. Money runs the entire town. However, it's not a city that is under the control of Salva in that it has no army. It has its own collective military force under the. It's called the Consortium Guard. That is under a group of businessmen who have all come together to act on the city's best interests, who call themselves the Consortium. So the story is going to start with Thrax. So, Thrax, in this city, what would you imagine yourself doing?
Hookers.
Hookers are not. They have a plentiful selection of delectable women in their red light district. And I say delectable because I'm not sure if you want to fuck them or eat them. You are Thrax the Destroyer.
Honestly,
There is a
I'd be-
Coliseum here as well. So
Yeah, that's probably where I'd be practicing at the Coliseum.
okay. So you're practicing at the Coliseum, and while you're practicing, a interesting man shows up behind you. He's a tall man dressed in a very nice suit, and he says, "Hey there, buddy. I've got a deal for you. You interested?"
What kind of deal?
Well, there's a very particular person who wants your help with something very big. You may have heard of him. He's Donato. He's the captain of the Consortium Guard. Very high to do. Getting a meeting with him is not a small thing, and he's interested in you, buddy. I'm just going to take your silence as a yes. So if you would like to meet him, I have the information right here as he's like scribbling on a card and handing it to you.
Thrax will take the card and just kind of like turn and look at the information.
It just says basically meeting him near the city gate entrances. Basically within the guard post near the entrance to the city.
All
This-
right.
There's big value in this, son. It's definitely not something you're going to want to miss. You see all the money you can make here doing Coliseum fights? That's peanuts compared to what you can get for working for Captain Donato.
Sounds like it'll be worth checking out.
Yeah, damn straight it will be. Good luck in there, champ. He pats you on the back and then walks off.
One thing I'm really excited for is to hear a Dragonborn Canadian accent. I'll check it out.
Oh, shit, dude, there's right. I'm not to intimidate you. Sorry. I'm waiting for every intimidation check to end.
I was
Sorry. Yeah, weird.
I was wondering when you guys were gonna start with that. I was like, it's been an odd lack of fucking. There we go.
I was waiting for the right moment, and that's where it
Okay.
was. I got nothing else to do because so I'm just gonna fucking point out
Okay.
every time you make a fucking Canadian.
You're basically you're gonna be like the Mystery Science Theater of the game.
So I just riff it as we play. Well, as you guys play, I just hit her and riff it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, Cobb, what would you imagine yourself doing in the city?
Well, I imagine I would just arrive and be looking for mechanical shops and things that I could play with.
Okay. So you find one. You find a store. It calls itself the Engineering Dump. And as you go in, you see a lot of different machines that are kind of working about, little clockwork machines. And you probably have your face. I don't know if you'd be like the kind of. I don't know. I imagine how Waylon would be. Was you'd have your face pressed up against the window?
Yes.
I don't. That's what.
You'd be doing that.
That's what you're doing. And behind you, you hear a man saying, "Oh, watch out there, buddy! You're gonna stain the glass if you keep holding your face against it like that." And you again
So
see,
beautiful.
well, you again not, but you hear the same voice of the tall man in a dark gray suit speaking to you.
But they're so beautiful.
Yes, they are. Much like a beautiful woman. Somehow, Tosta's very similar to that, I guess. But you seem like a very interesting young lad. I imagine you're quite skilled with machines, correct?
Yes, technically.
Oh, you got a lot of fire, too. I like that. I like that about a man. So, tell you what, I have an interesting proposition. We're looking for certain people in the town, and the captain of the Consortium Guard would like to meet with someone just like you, I imagine.
I see.
Now, this is a big opportunity. You can get a lot of things from working with Captain Donato. So, is it something you'd be interested in there, champ? Think of all those toys you see in there in the window. Working with Captain Donato could get you them.
Oh,
In
that's
fact, you could,
tempting.
you could even own a store just like that.
Oh, that would be a dream come true. All right, I'm
Okay.
in.
Calm down there. Get off my leg. And he's gonna
What
walk
about
up.
you?
He's gonna give you the card with the information on it. And he says, "Hey, definitely just don't miss your mark there, buddy. It's gonna be the opportunity of a lifetime.
So I'm gonna go there right now. I'm gonna prepare,
It's not for 3
Yeah.
whatever."
and he's gonna run off.
That'll be fine. So,
This guy
Hope,
sounds shady.
what would you imagine yourself seeing in this city?
I would probably be seeking out any library, wanting to get information about any treasure.
Okay, so you're sitting in the library, one near the harbor. It's got a nice scenic view of the port, so you get to watch all the ships come in. If that's your
The sips.
sips,
The
sippy
sips.
sip, the little piece,
The sips.
and you got your coffees there, but it's not too hot because you don't want to hurt your twofers.
Indeed.
But you are looking through books for information, and you're doing that when a man in a tall man in a gray suit sits down next to you and says, Interesting day there, miss. Can I catch your attention for just a moment?
Certainly. What do you want?
You seem like a very capable sword. I don't mean to sound forward or anything like that, but you seem like someone who can get a job done when it needs to be done.
Well, I'm flattered, but why would you come across saying this to me?
Well, because I'm looking for people who'd be interested in a big opportunity. You can imagine there are a lot of things to get in this town. And who else would you have to go through to get all that but then the leader of the Consortium Guard, Captain Donato? He's looking for people, and you could help him out with this. You can get yourself in debt to that guy. Anything in this city you want could be yours.
Well, that is certainly tempting, but what exactly is it this captain would need me for?
Well, the details I'm not privy to. Not my job, unfortunately. He'll give you all the details you need to know, and you can choose whether or not you want to do it at that point in time. But just be there at this place at this time, and he passes you the card, and you are setting yourselves up for a big opportunity. You can't believe it.
Well, I suppose it is worth checking out.
Worth checking
Check
out.
the card.
You definitely just don't want to miss this, dear. Now, I don't want to interrupt you from your book. You go back to reading it, and enjoy all the slips out there. They're pretty good.
The what?
Nothing. It's slip of the tongue. Ship of the tongue. I'm out of here. He gets up and leaves.
Just gonna shake my head and go back to my book.
So, Ekman, what would you consider yourself doing?
Probably be browsing stalls, looking at herbs and shit for potions.
Mistake him as a woman, Chris.
Hello there, ma'am. Can I get your attention for a moment? What a svelte
damn it.
figure you have. Very feminine. I very much appreciate that. You Dragonborn are a very perfect race. You're women, such voluptuous bodies.
Except they eroded their boobs.
What great cheekbones you have, man. But your character does.
Pale character.
As long as you have that token, no.
Yeah,
For 3 sessions of the game when he gets a new token, everyone's like, wait, you're a dude now?
Powerful magics.
Does your character have that staff that's in the picture? Or what kind of implement?
uses a rod.
Okay. I see you
Smaller
have a
staff.
rod there. Are you an arcane practitioner by any sort?
Oh, just a little.
Ah, what an enchanting voice you have. Perfect for such an enchanting woman. Excuse me. If I... What's that?
God damn it.
If I may be so forward, would you be interested in a big opportunity with the city? One that could give you a lot of reward if you do it right.
Perhaps research does need funding.
Absolutely, and this would definitely be a lot of gold to go towards any sort of research you're looking to do. Plus, you could get yourself in good with some people. Might be able to get you some other resources you'll need. So, if you're interested in it, I have a card here. Just go to this place at this time, and you'll meet somebody who you don't want to miss.
Is this card edible?
Technically, yes. Why would you ask? Just go to the place, and then you can eat the card, I guess.
Okay. You'll be my snack later.
You are a pleasure to meet, and I hope that we have very few circumstances in which we need to meet again in the future. Good luck, ma'am.
Oh, just don't die. You won't see me then. Nata.
Okay, then.
I go back to looking through the wares.
And finally, Al. What would you be doing in the city, Al?
I would be looking for a job. I'm a little down on my luck right now.
Calling his brother short.
You know, on that since he realized I was going to go around asking people what they're doing. So, how are you going about looking around? Are you just like at bars asking for people for jobs? Or are you just like at any store just like hire me?
He's too young to be at bars. He's like 8.
If there's like a job bar, not job bar, a job board or a desk, just ask at the bar sort of thing. I don't actually drink, so being at a bar would probably be awkward.
So she might be at a job board then.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're peering over a job board, you hear a man come up behind you. He starts to kind of leer around your shoulder. But how tall is a Warforged? They're pretty fucking tall, aren't they?
They're pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah. So he can't be over your shoulder.
That's 6'6". 6
Okay.
foot 6'6".
Yeah,
A
over
little
6 foot.
little bit taller than this guy. So he peers around your shoulder and says, "Excuse me there, Tin Man. Can I borrow your time for a moment?"
My time is valuable.
I'd imagine for such a strange creature as yourself. Don't see many golems walking around without a master. So I assume that you're a little bit of a special case.
Call me a free spirit.
Ah, well, that's a great way to describe yourself. And you know what? With this city needs more free spirits. In fact, I see you looking here, perhaps for job opportunities. I'm going to give you one. No fee attached to it. Don't worry about it. Huge opportunity in it. All you need to do is go to this place at this time, and there's going to be a lot of good that is going to come out of it. Trust me on this, Sonny.
I am far older than you are, son. And you remind me of half-elf I knew once. Tried to sell me snake oil. You're not trying to sell snake oil, are you?
No. I leave my home business at home. This is something completely different.
This is owl oil.
Yeah, this is owl oil. You sprinkle it in your eyes, yeah, you can see in the dark. You want it?
No,
By any
thank you.
chance, do you have a tattoo on your right arm?
You know what? Instead, I'm just gonna weld this into your back, an advertisement for my owl oil. I hope you don't mind. Let it go. You're like a NASCAR now.
That would be 50 gold.
Per
No
week.
free advertising.
So you'd be interested in showing up there, son? Or Tin Man?
Just don't call me son.
All right, there. Well, good luck, and I am looking forward to seeing you in this opportunity. I know you're gonna make good things with it.
This job, you have no problem paying me under the table, do you? I have a little tax problem at the moment.
Tax problem. Well, you know what, son? In this city, you know what they say? As long as the gold flows, it's golden. We need to make a tagline, though. There's a contest if you want.
It could use some work.
4th grade elementary school is trying to do it right now, but to be honest, the kids are kind of stupid here.
None of them can count
Now,
or do basic math.
ever since Mr. Crow took over the math department there, the school.
Now we're gonna teach you how to do algebra. It starts with an A, it goes L. That's how you teach math, right?
Yeah.
Kids say so they don't know their left hand from their right hand.
4 plus 3 is 52.
Oh, no, they're about at that age where they've figured out their hands' uses pretty well. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. They're masturbating. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Stroke, stroke.
4th graders.
Crew!
Anyway, I'm gonna get going now. So he heads off, and about 3 or so hours pass, and the meeting time comes up. Do all of you attend?
Yes.
I was
attend.
waiting there.
Wait, I know Cog's already there. So all of you are there?
Yes, and I'm chewing on something.
Hey, can you take 1 second here? I want to restart the stream.
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. I'm just bringing the stream back down, bringing it down, then I'm bringing it right back up.